India has never won a gold medal in 44 editions. The men's team in Budapest 2024 September, the Chess Olympiad is happening, which happens every 2 years. They were there, their fingers crossed. I was 23, 20 to 23 years old. He was a 10-year-old, and Gukesh beat me. And now, of course, he's the world champion.
So, what do you think that's one small thing that India could change to become the world number one?
Yeah, I think
Classical or blitz? Attack or defense?
I love to
And complete the sentence. 20 years from now, Indian chess will.
be number one, far and beyond any other country.
Good morning. My name is Sahana Kulkarni, and we are back with yet another podcast at Chess Club. And today we have an amazing guest. So, he is not only an international master, a Commonwealth Blitz champion, a commentator, a content creator, a coach, and I don't know what else. So, I don't think his name is required to introduce him, but I will still welcome Rakesh Kulkarni, who is a very prominent face of chess.com. Rakesh, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thanks for having me.
Awesome. So you have worn so many hats when it comes to chess industry. So which one is your favorite?
I think currently it would be the commentator, content creator hat, I would say. And I've been a player in the past, almost retired now, haven't played a game in like 5, 6 years over the board. But yeah, now commentary, bringing the game to millions of fans. That's what I love to do right now.
Yeah, awesome. So if anybody has been a part of, chess journey online and they have watched games, probably they must have definitely not miss your face and your voice and commentary. So tell us a little bit about your journey. How did you evolve from, being a player to content creator now? How did it happen?
So yeah, I was growing up, started out when I was 8, and my my cousin brother taught me chess. Started playing at the school level, started winning district, state, nationals, and so on. So was part of the Indian sub junior team, under 15 team. So it was way back in the day now. But after that, took up chess professionally, started playing tournaments all over the world. It was going great until the pandemic hit. And so just before the pandemic hit, I also started chess.com in India around 2017 November. So I had that going for a couple of years, became an international master as well in 2018. And I was trying for the GM title, but then in 2019, I played my last classical game. And we all know what happened in March of 2020.
Yeah.
And chess.com started exploding during that time.
Yes.
And it's kind of like the people made decision easier to take up chess.com more, or like growing the game more, bringing the game to millions of people in India, taking care of them, taking care of their requests, their complaints, and everything. And when the world started opening up in 2022, we had already 10xed our India users and the global users. So it was just like so many people wanted the help, and I was like in a new situation, and I loved growing the game, and I was already 25 at that point. So I thought it's a good change. Still, maybe there's like a 1% chance. I think like I could have gone for the GM title, but now I think this is what gives me pleasure, and I love to make people happy through chess.
Absolutely. I mean, you have made chess really accessible to everyone, right? Not just in form of playing it, but also in consuming the content. It's fun. It's got a lot of life and peppiness to it. So tell me something that you see a difference, which was before pandemic and post pandemic when it comes to chess and game, like a game in general.
I think that's a great question, because earlier chess was kind of this nerdy, geeky concept, and only the best players know how to play, or if you are a bad player, you kind of are looked down upon. But what happened in the pandemic really changed everything. People who used to play in their school days, they started taking up, and like we just saw whichever country got locked down, that countries' registration started growing
Yeah.
and India started growing massively. It was also around that time that Samay Raina started
Yeah.
streaming chess, and I think what he did, and even what happened overall in the pandemic, was the sheer volume of people playing chess exploded manifold. And because of that, and because of Samay and many other content creators, they started watching chess, they started
Hmm.
enjoying chess, because earlier we only used to see grandmasters on camera.
Yeah.
And now what happened, like Samay or other creators who are equally bad at chess, they made chess more relatable.
Yeah.
If he can blunder, even I can blunder. I don't mind losing or making a mistake. And people started seeing chess as more fun, more inclusive. And that is our motto at chess.com as well. Like, we want to make chess more fun
Hmm.
and more accessible. And just, you don't need to be a grandmaster, or you don't need to pursue chess professionally
Hmm.
to enjoy a game of chess. And I think that is the main difference that I see
Hmm.
pre and post pandemic.
Okay, awesome. So, what was the turning point that made you decide, okay, chess is going to be my career?
I would say this is not a clear turning point,
Mm.
but I think when I became an international master, um that was the time I had
Okay.
already invested, and I was playing chess for around 15, 17 years,
Hmm.
but just have been doing this all my life. So I thought I just want to continue doing this, and consider myself very lucky, very grateful that I do something what I love for a living, and I just wake up with a smile every day.
Awesome. So, was it very organic because you've always been playing chess, or was there an alternate career option that you have ever thought about and things
No,
like
no,
that?
there was never an alternate career choice.
Hmm.
But I mean, also tried a couple of startups, small
Hmm.
little ones, in with my friends,
Okay.
but it never really materialized. And I was also trying a couple of other things, but somehow it always kept coming back to chess. And I think I knew that was my calling in a way.
Hmm.
And even though there were like many instances where I thought myself when I was playing, I should maybe quit chess. This isn't working out,
Hmm.
but this beautiful game keeps bringing me back always.
Nice. So, do you think India is on its way to becoming the number one at the game of chess? Or is it one already in some ways?
I think it is one already, if not the best, at least in the top three,
Hmm.
for sure. But if considering Russia's dominance, what they had in the last 50 years, I would say we would reach there in the next 10 to 15 years, where we'll overtake the sheer number of grandmasters in a country. So Russia has about somewhere between 250 and
Yeah,
270 GMs, and India has 98
98.
as of July 2026. So we already are the Olympiad champions in both men and women.
Hmm.
We have a world champion
Hmm.
in Gukesh. We might also have Vaishali as the world champion. So
Yes.
there are just so many world titles that we have. So we are definitely in the top three, if not number one. But we will be number one very soon.
Okay. So, what do you think that's one small thing that India could change to become the word number one? Because I believe Russia's dominance is very archaic, right? They have been in the phase of evolving the game in their way. But
Mhm.
is there anything that India could do differently to make sure we have more access to the game and
Yeah, I
become the
think
word number one?
maybe a couple of things that we could really improve is have more premier tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Not like the Chennai Grandmasters that's happening in Chennai in July, but also things like more round robin events. Basically, why are our kids and their
Mm.
parents expending money to go to Europe and getting norm, like an international
Correct.
master norm or a GM norm, or for rating? Like, we have the talent depth in terms of grassroots as well as association levels. The national federation is doing a good job, but the tournaments are missing.
Mm.
So if I open the India calendar, I barely see like 5, 6 events that I can, like, maybe if I want to start my grandmaster process, I can play only 6 tournaments in India,
Yeah.
which is very few.
Mm.
Ideally, it should be in the number of 10 to 12, and then I get to choose and pick and play 4 or 5. So I think tournaments would be a big factor overall. And another thing, I think there's a very famous saying in chess. It's a very basic position,
Mm.
and then they say, every Russian schoolboy knows how to play from here.
Mm.
So that is something which is missing in India right now. That chess is popular, chess is also mainstream, but it's not yet implemented in
Correct.
schools. And I don't even mean like it has to be mandatory, but just exploring or giving the kids a chance to explore the beautiful game,
Yeah.
because it is addictive and it is nice. It helps their studies as well.
Yeah.
So chess in schools and tournaments would be my two things if I got to my answer to that question.
Fantastic. I'm taking notes on that. Awesome. So, what is the biggest mistake that parents make while supporting the children in the game of chess? Or do you think parents make any mistakes at all?
I think parents do make mistakes, but it also depends from parent to
Mm.
parent, or parent like from for a different kid.
Mm.
But overall, just the standard, like giving too much importance to results.
Mm.
The big one is giving too much importance to ratings,
Mm.
because if your level is there, your rating will follow. It's like the Three Idiots dialogue
Mm.
where strive for excellence, success will follow. So if you're a good player, it doesn't matter. So and I don't know, like it's not even Fide's fault,
Mm-hmm.
but like they have gamified the game so much. Like everybody is striving behind ratings. They remember their ratings. They
Yeah.
remember even +1, -2.
They
I
start
mean,
calculating.
yeah, just play the game. And especially if the kid is below, I would say, 10 or 12 years of age,
Mm.
the parents should just focus on the growth of the kid as a player, even in their normal lives. And I think if the talent is there, of course, I'm not saying don't work hard. That comes naturally. So, but just not being too result oriented would be my number one advice.
Okay, awesome. So, is that something that helped you? Because how were you as a chess player when you were growing up? Because yours is a phenomenal journey, right? Your journey is something that most of the new younger player aspire to have. So, what was it for you? What helped you as a chess player? You gave some fantastic examples that parents should, focus on growth of the children and treat them normally and let them enjoy the game. So what was it that was different in you, who made you stand apart and evolve as a chess player to what you are today?
I think the number one reason would be the support of my parents and my sister. Like they sacrificed so much
Hmm.
that I can't even count. And like they took me to tournaments, they supported me financially, even emotionally when I was losing, until around 15, 16. And then I started traveling alone to tournaments and was much more viable economically, and even helped me because I was traveling with a friend, and then we used to prepare and study together. So all those things helped out. But I feel it's like my journey was great until I was like 18, and then I went to college. Like I said, I tried a couple of things.
Hmm.
So I became an international master very late according to today's
Hmm.
terms, at 25.
Hmm.
But in 2018, it was that was not considered bad. But I was so close to quitting chess. Like I can't even count it on my fingers. Like there were so many moments where I thought, okay, this is done or this isn't happening. Maybe I should try something else. But it's just the support and uh, backing of my mom and dad, and especially my mom, who's always saying, like, what's going to happen? It might
Yeah.
take 6 months more. It might take 1 year more. If you're doing your best, and the results will follow. And that's why that's what happened. So I think just if any parent is watching, so just support them no matter what, and the results will come today, if not tomorrow.
Yeah, awesome. And what is that one thing that every child should stop doing immediately who plays chess?
I think if you're watching this and there's one advice as a kid, do not think or play for ratings.
Awesome. That's some really great advice. Okay, moving on to chess.com. So, what really happens behind the scene in chess.com?
In terms of
In terms of work, in terms of how is a typical day at chess.com for you or for the team members there?
okay. So I'll like to give a little bit of context. So
Sure.
chess.com was started in 2006
Mm-hmm.
by two Stanford graduates, so Eric and Jay, and they bought this domain and they started chess.com, and they were in California, Silicon Valley, so it was very expensive there. So Eric, our CEO, he thought, why not uh, have no office and like work remotely. It was way ahead of his times, and I mean, hats off, kudos to him for envisioning, what people did in the pandemic. But it worked out that you don't need like a big office space and so on. So why I gave the context was from then till now we are a completely remote company.
Wow.
100%. There are now, after so many years, after we celebrated 20 years, by the way, last year. So in the last couple of years, we do have like a couple of offices, one in Europe and one in America, but it's still not mandatory to go there. They trust that people who are passionate for chess will uh, will do their job as needed. And so coming to that, even when I started working in 2017 November, I was surprised. I thought I had to like wear formal attire and go to an office, but they were like, no, no, you can work from home, but just the work has to be done.
Right.
So currently, because also most of our meetings or dealings happen with the global company as well as the India company. So like a day starts a little late for me, but we work till like 10 11 p.m. Sometimes if I'm commentating, the streams go up even later than that. But it's all overall emails, Zoom calls, Google Meets, mainly online. And other times when we have important tournaments, we do on-site work as well. So it's a little spaced out, but you do get a very good work-life balance
Right.
if you're working at chess.com. But at the end of the day, the goal is to grow chess, make chess better, make chess fun for everyone, and to serve the community.
Awesome. So, as a part of your job, you might have interviewed a lot of people, right? Which one is your most memorable one and why?
Have done like hundreds of interviews at this point. So I'll share a couple of
Sure.
examples. So my most memorable one is so we are in Budapest, 2024 September. The chess Olympiad is happening, which happens every 2 years. India has never won a gold medal
Right.
in 44 editions. So, and we are in Budapest. The men's team goes off to a flying start. They start crushing everyone, and they have all but secured a gold medal before the last round. Last round is a mere formality. They go ahead and win gold. Whereas the women's team is in first place, but they still need
Need
uh,
something.
some results to go their way. And there we were just outside the playing hall, and I'm interviewing Vaishali, Divya, and Tanya. And they were there, their fingers crossed. Vaishali and Prag's mom is there as well. Vantika's mom is there as well. And they're just anxiously waiting for the result, the last official confirmation to come in, because as they say, don't celebrate too early. And we are recording, we are live, and they're sharing, we are so happy, but we're just waiting for that last result. And then the news comes in that whatever XYZ result has gone in India's favor, and all of them just start crying. They start
Oh.
hugging each other, and we have all that on camera. The coach Abhijit Kunte says, it's the best moment of my life, and he says, I have done my job, I'm retiring as the coach. And it's so much. And even like all of the other Indian fans who had gathered, they are congratulating the players, the coaches, and even like we had assistant coaches in terms of Swayam Mishra, who's going to be India's coach now for the women's. So I think that one moment where India had already secured the gold in the
Men's.
men open section, but also women winning it, and India created history, both countries winning gold. And that is something I can never forget, because I was asking the questions and I see them celebrating. And it's not like we did the interview after the achievement, it was like during.
During.
So I think that is one of my most memorable
Amazing. And
incidents.
the best part of your job is we get to live those moments through the content that you guys create. I think you guys are doing a phenomenal job because there are millions of us sitting at our home and waiting for that moment to happen through you guys, right? So yeah, fantastic. That must be really, really beautiful moment there.
Yeah,
Uh is there a player who completely surprised you off camera?
really surprised me. I would say I think that would be Levon Aronian.
Mm-hmm.
So he's, of course, I knew him. He's a gentleman. He's a legend of the game. I grew up watching his games, and I always, I mean, he always had this aura. And back then, was I was playing myself. I never met Levon or like
Mm-hmm.
saw him, or we never played in the same playing hall. Of course, we can't play in the same event, but I always looked up to him. And the first time I interviewed him was in the Tata Steel Chess India event in
Mm-hmm.
Kolkata, and he had won the tournament in 2021, I guess, in the pandemic, just during the pandemic. So he was very happy, and I just said, hey Lev, can we have an interview with you? And he said, yeah, sure. And like he shared his thoughts. I was happy about his achievements, etc. And then after like I thought, that would be in the end of it, and we stopped recording, but we still hung out for another half an hour. And I mean, that's when I realized that he's actually what people say. He's a thorough gentleman. He loves to talk about chess. He knows all the history. He loves India so much. He's been to India several times. He won the World Junior in India in 2002 in Goa. So he's been coming back to the country. He's seen Hindi movies as well
Mm-hmm.
around chess, and he's read so much. He's I mean, if you can name the book and the guy
He
has
will
read
know.
it.
Okay,
And here
nice.
I'm thinking, where do you have the time? Like, you're a 2800 level player,
Hmm.
and but it just showed me that there's so much to his personality beyond the chessboard and beyond the camera. And I mean, if you think he's fun and enjoyable on camera, I mean, I would love for you to experience it uh, in person and without a camera.
Nice. Awesome. And what is that one misconception people have about chess.com?
Misconception. I would say people think like they have to like pay a membership, or you need a membership to use chess.com, but it's actually completely free. It's a freemium model. So we have three main mottos, like play, learn, and share. And that's the main motto, and that is our driving force that helps us to keep on our toes and serve the community. So people think, okay, you have to buy a membership, or you need like certain access, but like most of our content is also available for free, like daily news articles. You can do a puzzle, like it's like a freemium model. So I would say that's the number one
Yeah,
misconception.
I remember conducting so many tournaments online during pandemic because that's when we started growing. So it brings back so many memories of using chess.com for tournaments. Awesome. So a little bit about your content and storytelling.
Hmm.
So chess is often seen as a serious or an intellectual game, right? But how do you make it more entertaining and something which everybody can consume? I remember you just mentioned a few minutes ago because it was Samay Raina who made it more relatable. But I'm there's something about your content, right? You make it a lot more accessible and a lot of laymen also consume your content.
Yeah.
So how do you make that happen?
So I feel personally my biggest USP, or as my favorite trait as a commentator, is to bring out the human element
Hmm.
in the players as well as the fans.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we are all a chess fan, I just have the front row seat to it, and it's a pleasure to bring the game to so many people. And I feel the main factor is, bringing in more uh, emotions, like even just happy, sad, anger. It
Mm.
can be anything, but just sharing that of the players. Even myself, I get angry sometimes, or I get sad
Mm.
on stream if results don't go our India way, in a way. So it is mainly that, and also kind of having like an edutainment model, like
Mm.
educational plus entertainment,
Mm.
because at the end of the day, it's you're on camera, so if people have to see, you want to create the right amount of tension, build up to build up the storylines,
Mm.
tell the rivalry. I do like so much research on the stats,
Mm.
like what's the head to head, what happened in 2014 between these two players. So all of those things, there's a lot of homework that goes behind the scenes. There's a lot of notes that I have while I'm commentating, and in the end, it's all of those, like building up the story, creating the right amount of tension, a little bit of drama, a little bit of history of the players and the importance of the event, and hyping up support of the people, so they know why they are watching, or why they are seeing the whole broadcast till the end. And I would say that that is my favorite thing that I do as a commentator.
Awesome. And I can see that even when we are having this conversation and we discussed the Commonwealth, the World Championship and the Olympiad, I could see that glitter in your eyes with the, I think it definitely helps. Awesome. So, what makes great chess story?
I think I just answered it in the
Yeah.
previous question.
Mm.
So, like to make like any, like let's take the example of Gukesh versus Sandarov. So to make, I like, if you would have asked me like how will I chess sell this chess story, or how do I make this story great? So it's like we pick up on all the things, like in India versus Uzbekistan, two rising
Mm.
superpowers in chess. I would say they would be in the top five, both the countries. Uzbekistan hosting the Olympiad, but Uzbekistan has another stronger player, Abdul Sattar, who's playing here in
Mm.
Chennai. So Abdul Sattar is helping Gukesh. Gukesh is here in Chennai,
Mm.
playing in his hometown for the first time as a world champion.
Mm.
But he has only this and the Olympiad before the world championship match against Sindaro.
Mm.
But we all know he's been out of form.
Yeah.
He's not had the best of results. So there is, if I don't care if the results don't go in Gukesh's favor until the world championship, but if he wins the world championship, that is going to be huge for Indian chess. Then again, Vaishali coming in, we might have two Indian
Yeah.
world champions for the first time in history. So all these storylines, a lot of research, a lot of, I thought I needed to remember openings when I was playing, but now I need to remember all these
The
facts, all these things that happened in the past, and that is what comes uh, comes out as a good story, I feel. And especially when you are live during a broadcast, like in chess, there are
Mm.
no takebacks.
Yeah.
You have to go with the flow, and you have to keep rolling as you speak, like I'm doing right now.
You
But
know.
it is the best part of live chess. And we all follow sports for this exact same reason, an amazing storyline, and why people watch that till the end. And similar to, we'll have like the FIFA World Cup final. It's again Messi's story in a way.
Mm.
Argentina playing their second World Cup final in a row, very similar to Gukesh. Like he won last year, he's going to play again. So these are some things we try to incorporate, and in even in our streams, we try to keep giving these examples, or things that are trending in the social media, or other sports as well, other goats, like Magnus Carlsen is a goat, Messi, then we have Roger Federer, and so on. So just overall tying all the threads together, and I feel if people like it, they're going to stick around and enjoy it with you.
Nice. So, hypothetically, if you had unlimited resources, right, what chess content would you love to create?
Just content.
Would it be a like a documentary, movie,
Hmm.
podcast? What would that be?
I've never
Which,
thought about it that way, but it would be something like getting the best players of the world,
hmm,
and having them, you know, just not just trash talk, but share their thoughts live during a game. They don't need to explain the moves, and both the players can listen to each other. We have a live audience who's kind of cheering them on. They can support, because that is something we don't have in the chess
Yeah.
world. So players can play with these noise cancellation headphones, but they both can hear each other. They can't hear the outside noise, and we are right there promoting this match, shooting content, so, and bringing this tournament to lots of people. And I feel, especially during the Olympiad or the World Championship that we have seen in the last couple of years, uh, at least the Indian fans or Indian media loves the patriotic angle. I mean, I don't think
Yeah.
as much as myself, because I'm super patriotic, and I feel that is one element which would, get like millions of views. So with an
Absolutely.
unlimited budget, I would create just that.
I'm manifesting for that and
Yeah, I
rooting you
hope
do
so.
it one day for
I
sure.
hope so.
Awesome. So, a little bit about Indian chess now. So, who's the most underrated Indian chess player as of date? Or who are
In
you
terms
secretly
of
rooting for who is not that well
s-
known as yet?
okay, that not well known. I'm secretly and even openly rooting for, of course, Gukesh winning the world championship, or even Arjun Erigaisi. I feel
Yeah.
he's India number one, cross 2800 and whatnot. But there's one star stellar moment
Mm.
missing in his career so far.
Mm.
Like one big championship, one big tournament that he wins.
Mm.
I mean, most of us know him, but there's like one achievement by which everyone in India starts knowing
Yes.
him. So I'm rooting for him in that way.
Mm.
Yeah, and in terms of a little relatively lesser
Underrated.
known players, I mean, there are so many to choose from, so it's very difficult. But yeah, I don't want to name anyone, but there's so many stories and so many things that can happen.
Awesome. Which young Indian player should everyone keep an eye on for the next 5 years?
So I think this should be somebody who's already achieved something and
Yeah.
on the cusp of like entering the next
Correct.
elite. So
Next.
I think that would be Pranesh M,
Mm-hmm.
who's playing in the Chennai Grandmasters as well, and I feel he has that X factor about him. And I mean, he's knocking on the door
Mm.
of several bigger events,
Mm.
but in the next 5 years, you
You will
will
see
see
him.
him playing those bigger events as well and winning them.
Okay, so beyond Gukesh, Pragnananda, Arjun, who do you think deserves more recognition and they're still not getting it?
I think nowadays, if your achievement is worthwhile, everybody is
Mm.
getting the attention they deserve. But I would say some of the prodigies that we have,
Mm-hmm.
like under 15 years of age,
Mm-hmm.
as well. So some of them, like we have a few world champions uh, in like under 12
Mm.
under 12 girls world champion, also someone you should look out for. And I mean, they're not getting as much attention, of course, but pretty sure you'll be hearing all about them. Is this young kid from Delhi, around 11, 12 years old, called Arith Kapil.
Mm-hmm.
So I also didn't know that much about him, but he managed to draw against Magnus Carlsen in a title
Whoa.
Tuesday on chess.com.
Hmm.
And then there was suddenly NDTV at his home, and they're shooting an interview and all. And he crossed 3100 on chess.com, which is like
Man.
not even strong grandmasters can do. And meanwhile, like Arith is like
Hmm.
just 12 years old, and he has no international master title, no GM title. He has a couple of noms, but I think 3100 is something
Unheard of.
unheard of at his age.
Hmm.
So he would be my bet to count on. And best part is, there's not he's not well known yet,
Hmm.
so that would be my one underrated pick.
So, a little bit about future of chess, right?
Mhm.
So, AI is changing everything. So, what do you think AI will change about chess learning over the next decade?
I think a lot of things will change, and it's like you either adapt and use it, or else you will be left
Hmm.
behind. So we also ourselves on chess.com have like an AI bot,
Mm-hmm.
like AI coach basically,
Hmm.
who tells you your mistakes. Like we have game review on which you can just see what are your mistakes, where are you lagging behind, which openings are you bad at, what is your strength, which are your weaknesses. So it's just like, let's say a kid plays 20 games a day on any website, but or on different websites, let's say, put together. So it's very difficult for a human coach to go in and check each of those games. So that is where I think like an AI can really help the coach or the player, the kid himself, to get some insights and get better. So it's definitely going to affect chess at all levels. Maybe lesser at the top level, but more so at the masses.
And will coaches become more important or less important because of AI?
That's such a interesting question, because I myself don't know the answer to that. I also do coach from time to time, so not sure. But that has not, I haven't given this a lot of thought, but I feel it's going to remain around the same, because even if like you have AI and AI can do a ton of things, but at the end there are some skills which AI can't do, like the human element which a coach brings in. Like, let's say a student or a kid loses a game, and he or she comes back and they say, I don't know. They start crying. I don't know what I did well. So there's not going to be there's no AI that's going to console them, understand their needs in a way. And when I'm sad, I'm not going to go into any AI and write a prompt, for example.
Correct.
So I still feel, and like even like make a phone call. I know that you can definitely make a phone call to, or you have voice automation of voice prompts as well you can give, but I don't think you think of that at that moment. So I feel it's going to remain the same, and especially the top level, because like I was saying this on stream the other day, because like a lot of top players have a coach who travels with them at every tournament. Like Gukesh has Gaevsky, Pragnanda has Web of Suri. So it's not even like a coach, but more of like a second. So even if like we have the best of supercomputers and every AI can give them the best novelty, at the end of the day, after a game, like when a player wants to go and eat or just go for a walk, he doesn't want to go alone.
Yeah.
So for that, I think that human element is not going to change at the top level. And for the masses, it's even with AI, they might not know what are they missing. So
Correct.
I feel coaching is going to be like here to stay, and AI can definitely enable it. Like say a coach might take 1 year to get certain rating progress or certain level progression done. The coach himself using AI can get it done in 6 months.
That's an interesting take. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
that would be my take on the coaches. The coaches don't need to be worried, I would say.
yeah. Okay. So, what skills outside should every young player should definitely have?
What skills outside? Outside of chess, right?
Yes.
So I would say just being more presentable. Like, I'm not talking about like a kid needs to start wearing a suit, but uh, just being more camera friendly, just being able to share his thoughts, giving some interviews to like the media that come in. And I also feel there are like so many avenues in chess nowadays. Like you don't have to be like a champion, but you can also do two things. In fact, one kid which I would like to give a shout out to is Arav Sarbalia,
Oh
who's
yeah.
from Bangalore,
Yes.
like yourself. And he's not just creating content, but he's also like 2300. He has
Yes.
international master norms. And I had a talk with his father, and he was like, yeah, he can be the Hikaru of India, like be a top level chess player, also be camera friendly, and also create content on the side. His parents are documenting their journey as a family. And I feel, it's also many times the organizers, if they want to invite an existing international master or grandmaster versus somebody like an Arab who also gives the tournament a few eyeballs.
Correct.
So I feel that that's the point where I was going, that they need to be more camera friendly and
Yeah.
create content if they are comfortable doing that. But you are going to unlock certain opportunities if you're doing both. So, and it's always nice to have another skill set, and you know uh, kids or other younger players can get some commentary opportunities, and you don't want to suddenly get an opportunity
Correct.
and then be
Start
flustered.
preparing for it.
And plus everyone is consuming content, including the kids.
Yes.
So why not do some content yourself, is my question.
All right. Some questions about you. What does a day look like when you're not traveling? What do you generally do? What time do you wake up? How does your day
Or
look
like my
like?
routine.
Yeah.
So it's pretty bad, and pretty not the standard routine line. Like I said, uh, we work a little late at chess.com, and especially all the events start a little later
Hmm.
uh, for the live streams. They happen in Europe, so they end around midnight in India. So let's say wake up at around 10, 11, morning rituals, have some food, and then start with my work, uh, emails, meetings, lots of things, following up on upcoming projects, past data, just crunching out, discussing content ideas, preparing for the commentary about some stats, fun facts, and researching the players, and so on. And if there's a commentary, then enjoying it with Grandmaster Sahaj and National Master Sahil Tikku. And we have a lot of fun, three of us together. We just enjoy bringing the game to uh, Indians. And we also recently got a compliment from Javakir Sindaro
Mm-hmm.
at Norway Chess, where Tanya asked him, what do you like to watch, and he gave us a shout out, and that really
Made.
made our day and made us motivated us actually. If like a top level player is also appreciating the content, then we
Yeah.
must be doing something right.
Correct.
And yeah, quick dinner,
Mm.
back to sleep, and that would be my overall schedule. And in case there's no stream or no commentary, then I definitely enjoy spending time with my friends. Loved pickleball recently, picked up pickleball recently, and love to play that. It's a very fun game. In fact, we play here in Chennai, we played pickleball last night as well with Nihal Sareen, whose Instagram bio says professional pickleball player but amateur chess player. So again, these are the elements which I was talking about for the younger
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
Just building that profile and
Correct.
being more fun about chess, not being too serious about the
Yeah.
game. So yeah, but overall, coming back to the question, overall this would be my routine. I would say sleep at around 2 a.m.
Mm.
and then wake up at 10 again.
Nice. Awesome. So, if you weren't a chess player, what profession would you pick up?
I haven't done anything apart from just like a couple of startups, like I mentioned,
Mm.
but I don't know. Like I also love to travel a lot,
Mm.
so maybe like an aviation YouTuber, like an av geek.
Mm.
So love to review airlines or planes. Maybe that would be
Nice.
an alternate
But
profession.
still around content.
Yeah,
Mm.
for sure.
Awesome. So, what is that one life lesson chess has taught you? You know, whatever that you have applied and that applies to everyone in life.
Hmm.
Actually, where this question comes from, right? So at chess club we say learn chess, learn life lessons,
That's
and
a good.
when we teach chess to everybody that is learning from us, we try to inculcate very very small subtle lessons to the game of chess. So that's where this question is coming from.
So life lesson. There are like so many,
Hmm.
and you're asking me for the best one,
Hmm.
right? So I would say,
You can give multiple answers, there's no one best answer,
okay,
but
but
yeah.
I think, but my top pick would be whatever decision you have taken, stick to it and don't regret it.
Yeah.
Because it's like in life or in chess, if we make a decision, at that point we don't know whether it's good or bad.
Mm.
But when we were making that decision, we thought it was the best. That's why we did it. So just stick to it and don't regret it and don't waste time thinking what if could have been or what should have been. And there's a very nice quote around this is either take the right decision or take a decision and then make it right. So it's
Yeah.
your call. So I feel those are things I would say. And like in life and chess, there are no take backs.
Mm.
So go with what you have and don't regret any decision that you made while playing or in life.
Awesome. All right. So I think the serious questions are almost coming to an end. I have
Awesome.
quick, rapid fire one liner questions for you. So, classical or blitz?
Blitz.
Okay. Magnus or Kasparov?
Magnus.
Okay.
My generation. So
Okay. Gukesh or Pragnananda?
I mean, it's like choosing between my left hand and right hand, but both. But in this year,
Mhm.
I'm rooting for Gukesh more because I want him to retain the world championship title. So Gukesh,
Okay. Awesome. So, attack or defense?
attack. I love to attack.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
None.
Okay.
I love water.
Okay. Morning play, morning player or a night player?
Night player.
Okay. Favorite opening as white?
Um, 1e4
Okay.
and King's Pawn opening like and anything related to attack after
Awesome. And favorite defense as black?
Sicilian defense.
Okay. Uh, one player you would love to interview again?
Lebanonian.
Okay. And one player you would love to play one more time?
I would love to play Gukesh actually.
Okay.
I played him when he was 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And again, coming back to the fact that kids don't play for rating, is I was like 2200, 2250. He was 2000 rated. And I got a minus position. We were playing in the Mumbai Mayor's Cup, like a Grandmaster, like a classical tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, he's a kid. I don't know, like I was 23, 22, 23 years old when he was a 10-year-old and he was very tiny, but I knew he was strong and there were some rumors already. But I thought, okay, I should get the better of him. But he started outplaying me, and then this tactic which higher rateds use a lot. They offer like they do a sneaky draw offer where they know their position is bad, but they try to minimize the losses. And Gukesh pretended like he didn't even he beat me. And now, of course, he's the world champion. But if I get a chance to play again, I would love to play Gukesh again. And that's, I know it was a one word or a
Mm-hmm.
rapid
Yeah,
fire
yeah, but that's
question,
okay.
but I think this story would be really motivating to the kids that never play for a draw.
Nice. Awesome. And one city with the best chess culture?
Chennai.
Okay. And most underrated chess book?
I think My System by Aaron Nimzowitsch
Okay.
because it's around 100 years now, 100 years ago when he wrote it, and most of the principles are still valid now, and it's like the core fundamentals of chess. And if if the fundamentals are strong, then it's like your chess won't mess up. So Aaron Nimzovich's My System book.
Awesome. And one app that you can't live without?
Chess.com.
Nice. And one word to describe Indian chess today?
Rising.
Awesome. All right. So that is it for the rapid fire questions. And now I have some fun finish questions. So if you could have a dinner with three chess legends, what would the names be?
Oh wow, three chess legends. So Vishy sir, of course,
Mm-hmm.
Magnus Carlsen,
Mm-hmm.
and Gary Kasparov.
Awesome.
Three goats of our game.
Yeah. And if you had to teach chess to one celebrity, who would it be?
One celebrity. Think Amir Khan.
I was
Yeah, or
I was thinking that would be your answer for some
'cause
reason.
I know he plays a lot.
Yeah.
In fact, he plays on chess.com on a big laptop or a
Yeah.
big tablet,
And keeps
and
moving around
keeps
with
moving
that.
around. And if I coach him, make him better at chess, he starts playing more. He gets more of his Bollywood friends to play, and
Yes.
It also helps grow chess.
Awesome. And complete the sentence. 20 years from now, Indian chess will.
Be number one, far and
Awesome.
beyond anyone, any other country.
Great. So, what's one message you would like every parent watching this podcast really adhere to?
Don't be results oriented. Let the kid have fun playing chess.
Give it to the camera, that one answer.
Okay. Uh, you'll ask me the
I'll
question
ask,
again.
yeah. What's one message you would like every parent watching this podcast to remember and follow to the T?
Don't be result oriented and let the kid have fun playing chess.
Awesome. Finally, what does success in chess really mean?
I mean, as a player or as a, or like, I don't,
Like a player.
a player, I think following your dream and getting the Grandmaster title is like most people dream. So, getting the Grandmaster title.
All right. It was amazing having this conversation with you. It was easy. It was full of, so much knowledge that a lot of children can take in terms of what happens at chess.com. And not only that, aspirational content creator, and it is not just the chess game. There are so many elements and layers to
Yeah.
your personality as well. Thank you so much for being a part of our podcast today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, and this was a lot of fun. And I hope the parents and the kids and other players enjoy this as well and learn something of value. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.